all what sale is, the sale, whether it's A to B with all of the process of building the gap, is basically change. So what we are selling change. And people do not like change. They do not like to change anything. Even if we feel that we do, but we're always going against a bit of, status quo, a desire to stay the same. We always have this pushback from ourselves. This is what's happening with your client, exactly. And the reason if we don't like change is fear. So what your goal is as a salesperson is to create a type of relationship between you and the client, keep the sales resistance down all the time, so allow yourself to become a trusted person and help him to deal with his fear, to overcome his fear, so he will eventually buy and create this change that he actually wants to create. Does it make sense, or is it a little bit too complex? So this is all what you're dealing with, is fear. Specifically when it comes to big money, specifically when it comes to real estate. Now I want to repeat myself again. Yeah, as what we are coming against being a salespeople, being a real estate agent. The general public thinks about us in a certain way. And there was about real estate agents, about just salespeople in general. There were a lot of researchers that asked to fill up the form and put some words which are associated with salespeople. And the words come up almost in this order: convince, manipulate, brainwash, enforce, impose, compel, press, oblige. Selfish. Of course, selfish. Yeah, focus on themselves. So this is the reason that we have to change the way we think about our participation and about our connection with the client. I'm often asked, Olga, there is a client and he needs to buy, but he wants to buy in 6 months. How can I make him buy now? And my response is that if you, for yourself, want to make him buy now, never going to happen. You have to find why he needs, for him, what's going to be for him there to buy. This is the only way, because we all of us, we're doing things for ourselves, always. Maybe for our kids, for our parents, but majority is just for ourselves. So it's the same as I gave you an example how to record the Zoom call, for example, right? If I will say, oh, it's for me, for my training purposes, yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't want to record it. But if I'm going to say, well, it's mainly for you, so you can go through the topics that we discuss and look back and have a better understanding, oh yeah, well, then I'm interested to do that. So we always have to find the motivation within them and start to look at the things differently. When I'm there as an act of serving, I'm there to help. My initial goal is to discover the problem. Why I want to discover the problem, guys? Because if there is no problem, there's no sale. And I have to be honest and tell him, like, doesn't seem like, real estate or this particular offer or anything is the right choice for you. Can you imagine if you're going to talk against your own interest in front of the client, how much trust you will build with him immediately? Because no one ever told him that. Even if the person, and you honestly discover that that's not for him. He's not going to benefit from this real estate at this point. And you told him this honestly. eventually he will not buy anyway. He will waste your time. And you told him this honestly. He's going to stuck with you, going to give you all the possible recommendation. And he will eventually, whenever he will need, again, he will buy from you specifically because he feels that you are focusing on his interests, not your own. So this is what we need to show to the client. And moreover, coming back to the point of following up, sometimes it's very hard for us to follow up with the client, right? I feel myself like I'm pushing, and it's when my mindset, I am in this deal for myself to make commission, then I will feel that I'm pushing. But if my mindset is, I discover the problem, I know he needs my help, so I'm just there for him. And again, bringing the analogy of the doctor, when you're getting into appointment with I don't know, dietitian or endocrinologist, and he's telling you, well, because of your condition, the high sugar, high blood pressure, whatever, high cholesterol, you have to start a change your lifestyle. You have to go on a diet. You have to do this and that. You don't want to do it, but he has your interest in mind. So it's okay for him to reach out, and despite you're not gonna like him, because he wants you to do something he doesn't like, you don't care because you want him to be healthy and not to get into the stage that he will be, taking the prescribed meds all the time and having diabetes type 2 or all of this. The same as you feeling that you are a doctor who is there to help. So I'm coming from my own perspective of helping you. So nothing can stop me because I'm not there for myself with the commission rep trying to close. I'm there for you because I know and I feel that you being in your small house, not benefiting your lifestyle overall, or the way you feel, or the way you go through the life, your relationship with your wife and with your relatives. So I'm there to help for you to fix that. You see? So that's every time you are in conversation with a client, ask yourself, am I there to help? Because you will never run out of words when you're talking to your friend who needs to stop drinking or who needs to stop eating sugar, because otherwise he will have bad consequences, die or something. You will never run out of words because you're not in this conversation for yourself. You're for him. Because what you will have to do, let me get back here, is to help them overcome the fear that they all feel. And they will listen and respond to your question only if they feel that you're doing this for them, not for yourself. Those clients who are with you, regardless, other agents, they told they are going to buy with you for one simple reason. This is how they felt. They felt that you are in this deal for them. Now, sometimes we still can be a little bit more, I would say, professional in terms of I am professional. I know what is better for you. So you bringing me these numbers, that's great, but let me show you what I see from being a property advisor for a couple of years. Because I deal with this every day, and you're just there for one ride. You're not selling the property.